Hi everyone, I'm Katya from Solterra Shop. It has been a minute since I've done an Instagram live, so bear with me today. I wanted to welcome everybody to Small Business Saturday Chat. This is what we're doing today. We are going to talk about why small businesses are important, what it's been like from my experience owning a small business for the last 5 years, and then I'm going to hit you with some takeaways at the end. If anybody throughout this live has any questions, don't hesitate to add them down in the comments. Here we go. First of all, hello everyone. Welcome back. Let's talk about what Small Business Saturday is. It is a day to recognize small businesses, right in the name, which I think is very important because it is put right between Black Friday and Cyber Monday, which are likely the biggest shopping weekends probably all year, I would say. So it's really great to have a day in between those to recognize any smaller businesses, local businesses. Yeah. So why is Small Business Saturday so important? So money that gets spent locally tends to stay within a community. And nearly half of US workers actually work for small businesses, which is incredible when you think about it. And small businesses are so special and they're really great. You can create really great relationships with their owners and with their stores, and they provide a very personalized experience, better than bigger companies or box stores could do for you. And I think one of the coolest things about small businesses is they support other small businesses and other vendors or makers, and the cycle just continues, which is really great. Small businesses create a sense of belonging and community, which I think now more than ever is really important, to create that closeness with people, whether it be through interactions with their small business or just talking about why a small business is made or how the products were made. It's much more of a community sense, which is really, really great. I wanted to talk to you guys about the experience that I've had owning a small business for the last 5 years. Yes, Solterra Shop has been around for 5 years, which is wild to think. We've grown so much from the candle making I used to do in my kitchen. We now own or work out of 2 warehouses on different sides of the United States. So depending on where your order comes from, your products gets shipped from a warehouse that's either on the East Coast or the West Coast. And I did this to try and manage my carbon footprint and make it a little bit smaller. So the best thing, I think, or one of the best things about owning a small business is the relationships that I've made along the way. This is one of the reasons why I really wanted to start a small business or start my own company. Was I wanted to, first of all, be in control of what is being manufactured, how it's being manufactured, the ingredients that are going into what is being made, and trying to relay that onto the customer. We started Solterra Shop with the intention of making it easier for people to shop more eco-conscious products. A little background story about Solterra Shop. This was right during COVID. I was trying to look for a more natural sunscreen because I live in a very sunny location. And I was noticing that I was having a really hard time trying to find something that was natural, that wasn't this big for $20. And I was like, this is crazy. There's got to be a better way. And I remember going to multiple stores and looking for a more eco-conscious choice for sunscreen and just coming up short. And I was like, this is crazy. And the more research I did, the more Googling I did, I realized that a lot of products that are being produced that say they have natural products in them or natural ingredients, it might only be like one or two products or one or two items in the product that are actually natural or organic or eco-friendly, and it wasn't the whole product itself, which kind of like blew my mind that was even allowed to be listed as something that was natural if all of the ingredients weren't natural. And that is what kind of catapulted into making all of these bath and body products the first year of Solterra Shop that were made from all natural ingredients. And if you could have seen my kitchen during that time, it was like a chemistry lab. I was just trying anything I could, speaking with some people who I trusted, who had done really good research on how to create like a really good natural and organic product, what ingredients work the best, what were sourced most in the most eco-friendly way. It was a lot of research at the beginning, and it took so much time to try and find all of the right pieces to come together, but it was well worth it. And as the company grew, I started to realize that there were opportunities for other departments, I guess you could say, of consumerism where products were not as eco-conscious or were advertised as being fully eco-conscious. It was like, 5% made from a natural product or an organic product, and then the rest of it was just manufactured, synthetically, let's say. So I started a clothing line in addition to the bath and body products that I was working with, because again, I just felt like there was a need for it in the market. As Solterra Shop began, I started to build really great relationships with my customers and my family and friends and people who I had been friends with, when I was younger or during a different time of my life, found out that I was starting this new business, and it was really great to like rekindle friendships, which was awesome. And it really helped me like bring together a community of people, or people who were just like looking for that sense of community in this shared hope for a more greener environment for all of us to share. Every purchase that is made from a small business like Solterra Shop, it goes directly into the growth of the company. It goes into paying employees, and it's very, very much appreciated. And some small businesses, including Solterra Shop, with every purchase that's made, we give part of our profits to environmental causes at the end of the year, or just different times of the year during like Earth Day. All of our 10% of all the money that we make in that whole month of April goes straight to supporting these natural environmental causes. So that was something that was also really important when starting my company, was I wanted to be able to give back. And how could I give back? Finally, owning a small business is very personal. It is a handmade product. It's a product that, wasn't manufactured by an equipment somewhere in some foreign country by people, that we don't know. A lot of our bath and body products, well, I shouldn't say a lot. All of our bath and body products are all handmade, and I've made almost all of them myself. And at times like now, when it gets really, really busy and not able to keep up with the demand, I have some friends who also hand make all of these products, which is incredible. So all of the purchases that are made from a bath and body product are and clothing, any of our products online are all handmade, and they are felt very much and appreciated. I wanted to create a business that also encouraged a human connection between people who have a shared likeness in the importance of keeping our planet healthy and green. Finally, I wanted to talk to you about some takeaways. So we've talked a little bit about Small Business Saturday and why it's important and what it was like to start a small business. And now just wanted to talk about some things that you can take away from this conversation that we've had. Other than it's really nice to be able to connect with people again. Hi. Nice to see friends and family tuning in and people who are great customers. Thank you so much. The holidays can really make or break it for small businesses. It's the one time of the year that bigger companies that have bigger marketing resources kind of take over media. So all the commercials you see on TV or the emails or the social media ads, all that kind of stuff. I just feel like completely bombarded during, the holiday season. And the unfortunate thing is smaller businesses who don't have a very large budget for marketing kind of get lost in the, 4 or 5 emails a day that you get from other companies, from the same company, and then a small business will send you like one email, and because you've already had like 4 emails from the same company, everything just gets deleted and doesn't really get noticed. So I would say the emails, the social media ads that you're getting, take notice of the ones that are small business, open them, read them, support them, and any small purchases that you make a big difference for a small business. Speaking as a small business owner, if you choose a small or a local business to purchase products from before big box stores, you're really helping that business owner, their family, their livelihood, and it is very much appreciated. And whether you can make purchases or if you can't make purchases, a really good way to support small businesses is to spread the word by sharing your favorite small businesses with your friends and your family. You can engage on social media, liking, sharing, tagging. All of this stuff may seem like very small, but actually makes a big difference because it helps create more visibility for the company, for the brand. And, the more likes and shares that people get, the more that those posts or those stories get shown to people who are outside of, just the people that the business themselves knows. So it's really great to kind of like help with visibility in that way. And last but not least, please remember that supporting small businesses support community. And like I was saying earlier, now more than ever, I feel like community is so important. It's so nice to feel like you're heard and feel like the voice that you have, though very small, actually makes a big difference. And you'll find that in these communities, a lot of people think similarly to you, and it's good to share that kind of hopes and dreams for a better tomorrow. So thank you for making me feel supported, and thank you for helping me continue to grow my company, and for giving me the opportunity 5 years later to still have a company, which is really great. I would not be able to do it without the support of you guys, and it does not go unnoticed at all. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you for everybody who is here, and who sent waves. And if you have any questions following this video, you can always DM us on Instagram or email at soulterrashop@gmail.com. Or if you visit our website, we have a little chatty box that you could click, and we can get back to you that way as well. Thanks so much, and remember, when you're shopping this weekend, try and do your best to shop small. Take care. Bye-bye.